How are you, Soulful Solutions Counseling? And where are you located at? Everything is going well. It's a little rainy here. Well, a lot rainy here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So, but other than that, it's been pretty warm these past few days, so I'm excited about that. Thank you for hopping on the live. So we'll see if somebody else hops on. If not, we can go ahead and start because I started a few minutes late. So, trying to get things situated because I'm actually at home. Did not go into the office this evening because of the weather and canceled appointments. So, yes. Forgive me if I'm looking away because I'm trying to get my Facebook up as well so I can have that going too for people. Now, South Texas. Okay, cool. How's the weather been down there? Okay, this might be a little better. Yes, forgive me. I'm trying to get all this stuff so you don't get the glare as well. Okay. Well, we can go ahead and get started. Oh, okay. It wants to rain, but it won't. Okay. Yeah, it was raining pretty bad here. Where it was like streets almost seemed kind of flooded. So, but we will get started. So thank you for joining me on tonight's live. And tonight we're just going to talk really quick about things not to say as it relates to mental health and mental illness. So, of course, the stop acting crazy, right? And so this is something that we all have said at some point in time, not knowing that when we say this, we are making reference to the media extremes of the TV that we have been seeing. So when we say stop acting crazy, again, we are reiterating like this mark of disgrace as we talk about mental health and mental illnesses. I know I posted a quote definition today about stigma and the definition about that and just how we need to come away because stigma is like a disgraceful mark about something or someone, right? And so when we're saying a person is acting crazy, again, we are reinforcing that stigma of, it's not okay for them to have a mental health illness. And so we want to not say those things. And I know sometimes, even jokingly, we can be like, oh, you acting crazy or stop acting crazy. But again, unconsciously, we are enforcing that fact of, okay, this person's acting like somebody with a mental health illness, even as we are saying it in terms of play. And, even for me, I have to be conscious about those things as well. But, once we become self-aware of those things, it'll be easier for us to take those wordings out of our vocabulary. Another thing is therapy is for people who are weak. So I've heard that said a lot before because especially among the minority community as well as like the spiritual community, right? So people think when you see a therapist that your faith is not strong enough to get you through. And it's like, no, actually, in order to activate that faith, we got to do the work. And sometimes the work for some people is going to therapy and processing a lot of that stuff that they've been holding on to. And on the other end, especially in the minority community, going to therapy is a sign of weakness, right? Because some people think it's almost brainwashing. And actually, just like over this past weekend, I was hearing things a little to that effect from individuals. And I think I was just taken back by it that people really do have the misconception that us as therapists, we're brainwashing people when they notice like their friend may be acting different, but yet I'm like, is it acting different or are they evolving? And so it's more so of them evolving and no longer doing the things that they're probably used to them doing, because they're getting a little more clarity on just this life journey that we have. So some more things of what not to say about is that it's a white person's thing. I think I hear that a whole lot. Sorry. We just, okay, better lighting. Yeah, that is a white person's thing. And I'm like, number one, we all have mental health, just like we all have physical health and spiritual health. And it's just a matter of us being able to take care of, sorry, that glare. Okay, there you go. Just a matter of us being able to take care of our mental health. And so again, it's not a white person's thing. It's an everybody's thing. And many of you know that I go hard for the minority community, communities of color, because it's important for us to take care of that piece and not just the physical and the spiritual, but we need to take care of our mental health as well. So it's not just a one-sided group thing, that it's for everybody, because we all go through something. How we handle it may be differently, and how it's viewed in the media definitely is different, right? Because we know sometimes when we see a Caucasian person, they may have that title, oh, it's a mental health illness, but yet, we can have an African American doing the same thing, and yet it's not equated to a mental health thing. So again, I think the media also reinforces again that it's a one-sided type of ordeal, and it's not that at all. So those are my top three things. Do you have any things that you've heard said about mental health or mental illness, and for us not to say about it? Yes. So yeah, I was just going over the three things I highlighted about what not to say about mental illness. So stop acting crazy. Therapy is for people who are weak, and that it's a white person's thing. And so I was just asking if you guys had anything to add to those pieces that you've heard somebody saying about mental health or mental illness. So yes. And then if you do hear those things, how do you think that you can help change the narrative around that? So I know for me, because I'm an advocate, I'm very passionate of people understanding mental health, mental illness, therapy, all of that good stuff, that I will speak up. But I speak up in love, so I'm correcting people in love to understand the importance of mental health for everybody, not just one group, as we probably see those extremes on TV, but and especially in the minority community too, of them understanding that we need to take care of our own mental health as well. So yes, I see some more people hopping on. So again, I covered the three top things not to say about mental health, mental illness. So stop acting crazy. Therapy is for people who are weak, and therapy or mental health, that's a white person's thing. And so I kind of touched on those three. You guys definitely can go back and watch the beginning to catch that. So I'm just trying to see, has anybody heard any stereotypes basically about mental health and mental illness that they hear people say? And then how would you be able to correct that? Because I think the more people we get that are educated on the topic, the better. So yeah, so if you have anything, if not, then I will hop off. Okay. If you are in the Milwaukee area, or surrounding, please sign up for the National Mental Health Checkup Day, which is Saturday, June 30th from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. So please register. You can go to my website, www.theevolvingchair, so TheEvolving, stereotypical.com and click on the mental health checkup, and you can fill in the registration form there. Or you can use the text in number. So I don't know it off the top of my head. Let me find it right quick for y'all. Because I want to make sure I give that to people as well. Oh, thank you, honey. I'm so glad you feel these are great tips. So please share them with friends and family so that way that they'll know as well things to not say. And like I said too, I'm human too, so sometimes I have to kind of check myself as well. Okay, so the text-in number for the mental health checkup day is 704-251-6960, and you text the keyword MHCDAY to register for the mental health checkup day. And so there are 5 therapists in total, me included, and you get 1 free 30-minute face-to-face consultation to meet with a therapist. And this is allowing people the experience of what it feels like to try therapy, come with your questions, come with maybe something that you're dealing with, and you would like a therapist's perspective. And so the goal is for people to take away to be like, you know what, therapy is not that bad, and to step out of that fear and be able to share with other people and hopefully continue the journey and schedule a follow-up session after they meet with the therapist. So so please go register today. So again, you can register online, www.theevolvingchair.com, and click the mental health checkup tab, fill in that registration form, and it can be for your child as well. I've been getting those questions. Is it for children too? It is for children. So the parent will just need to be in there to kind of talk about why they're thinking of having their child participate in therapy. You can't, like, if you have a little hesitancy or a little fear, you can bring along a friend in session, a family member. So I've had people sign up together to do that as well. So I think that's really dope that people want to do it together. And again, that text-in number is 704-251-6960. Text the keyword MHCDAY to register today. Yes, and for all you, please go and rewatch the beginning as I highlighted the top 3 things of what not to say as it relates to mental health, therapy, mental illnesses, all of that good stuff. And I thank y'all so much for joining me on the live. So I hate when there's a mass shooting and mental wellness is in the forefront. Oh, yes. That's a great point. And I think, it's the go-to, right? Because when we do hear these stories of the individuals and the shootings, it's like, oh, they did suffer from depression. Hey, Akila, how are you? And so I think we would be remiss not to mention that, but I agree with what you're saying. I definitely understand that. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. I'm glad you love it. I'm on hiatus right now, because I just finished up season 2 last week. So, I'll just be kind of prepping for season 3. I'm excited for that. And if you guys have any, topics you would love to have me talk about on the podcast, please send me an email at Lakeisha, Lakiesha, at theevolvingchair.com. Any Mindful Monday topics you would like talked about, please share them with me. And I appreciate you all so much for joining, taking time out and listening to this live and watching it and interacting with me. I truly appreciate it. And thank you so much, Soulful Solution Counseling down there in Texas. Maybe we can bring the, hey, Miss Leslie, and maybe we can bring the mental health checkup day down to Texas. Because I will actually be bringing it to North Carolina with another therapist. So I'm excited about that. So thank y'all so much. See ya. Peace.